Hey guys, what's up? This is Parasite, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about the recent roster change we made last night, dropping Embos and picking up Killa. So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and go over why we decided to drop Embos and why we decided to pick up Killa over, any other player. So with any roster change, comes a tough decision. You really got to decide who's going to get cut and who's going to replace him. So about 2 days ago, Killa contacted myself, Nameless, and asked, is there any way I can get out of your team? Would you guys consider dropping anybody? And, at first it kind of just flew over my head. I really didn't think about it. Then as he kind of kept pressuring it, I thought more about it, and I just kind of took a step back and I looked at our overall performance as a team, what we need to improve on, why we lost certain game modes, why we struggled in certain times. I mean, we really got through packs by the skin of our teeth. I mean, it was so close, getting even through to the final day, winning certain maps. I mean, you don't want to have close games. I mean, it's good for the crowd, but the way you want to play Call of Duty is to avoid as many close situations as possible, and that's by taking smart risks in game, taking smart chances, playing 60-40 rather than 80-20, 80-20 or 60-40 rather than 50-50 plays. I mean, it's kind of hard to understand from a spectator, but that's really all Call of Duty is. It's a game of chance, it's a game of timing, it's a game of when you make your plays, how you make your plays. But anyways, that's besides the point. We'll talk about that some other time. When we look back at our PAX gameplay, I noticed we really struggled in Hardpoint. That was the main game mode that we struggled in. There's a lot of reasons why we couldn't win that game mode. Sometimes we'd have spawns and we just couldn't. We couldn't get in the hill still. We'd have the spawns, but we couldn't break hills. We didn't have enough pressure. I don't know what it was. I think we just had colliding rolls. I mean, me and Boaz both like to roam a lot. Nameless really was the only kind of hill pressure that we had. I mean, so it was a struggle sometimes to get points. And then going into CTF, sometimes we'd struggle in that game mode because people wouldn't play as conservative. You take dumb chances, and it sometimes could cost you flags. It could cost you map control. If you push by yourself. The thing about CTF is you never push the other enemy team when you are down a man. You only push when you're at even man advantage or you're an upper man advantage. And that's the thing that I tried to get across to my team when I joined them, to make sure that we played as consistent as possible in CTF, which it really wasn't hard because we still won most of our CTFs. Just a few times, a few plays could cost us, that sort of thing. And so, going into dropping a player and picking up a player, Killa hit us up. And the thing is, if any other player would have hit us up, we would have just said no. But the thing about Adam that makes him so good is he's always consistent. He's about as consistent as any player could get. Every death he has is a useful death. That's the thing that you gotta understand. If he goes, I've seen games. Trust me, I've seen games when Adam goes 35 and 40. And I'm like, how the frick do you go 35 and 40? You died 40 times but got 35 of those 40 deaths? That's insane. You're putting it those type of stats means that his hill pressure is out of this world. That means he's spawning, running at the hill, getting 2 kills, dying. Not even getting 2 kills, but he's at least getting a kill. But he pushes the hill, about 40 to 50 times. Could you imagine that? That's insane. So, the thing that we knew he'd add to our team is he'd add that consistency. He'd add that in-hill dominance that we really needed in Hardpoint. But then you look at his other game modes, and he doesn't struggle in any of those either. He's extremely good at CTF. That's his best game mode, in my opinion. I think his most consistent game mode. He's really good at making the plays that need to be made. And Search and Destroy, when I played with them, our team Impact, we were known as a respawn team, but we rarely ever lost the Search and Destroy, especially throughout the later phases of our team around Anaheim, Gfinity, UMG. We rarely ever lost a Search and Destroy, and that's what made us still a top team. Our hardpoint game was a little bit weak, But I think it's just because, like, I don't know, the game changed and, you start struggling as a team a bit, but that's besides the point. Adam was always an extremely good player to have on your team. Even if you saw at PAX, he was single-handedly, like, keeping his team in the game, realistically. He's a monster. So, looking at Embo's comparison to Killa, Killa's probably a more consistent player than Bo's. He's also extremely good at search and destroy, and the thing is, we felt like it'd be a good idea to try to improve our respawn game mode and improve the consistency of our team. So I mean, I hope it works. I'm pretty sure it will. Honestly, I have faith in Killa. I have faith in my teammates. The thing about it is, when you don't have that consistency factor on your team, it kind of puts a worry on you while you play. I mean, going into that raid versus Cole, we honestly thought we'd probably lose it because we weren't good at hardpoint. And like that's the wrong mentality to have when you play, but it's just like it's inevitable. I mean, we just knew we sucked at hardpoint, and like you don't want to go into a match thinking that. And the thing about it is, you can sit there and say, oh, we could have worked on our hardpoint game. We could have done this, and we did. We tried. We knew we sucked at hardpoint before the event. We had like about 2-3 weeks worth of practice, and we practiced like every day, and we couldn't improve it. We kept wondering why, and I think it's just that we had colliding play styles. Me and Bose just didn't work well together, I guess, in hardpoint, I'd say. And I kind of noticed that was always going to be like a weird little, thing. I noticed it because when we played, sometimes I'd be like, Bose, don't push this. Or Bose, wait for your team. And he'd still go ahead and push it. And it's not like this isn't a shot at Bose. I'm not saying he's awful. I'm not saying he's dumb. None of that. It's just the way that I play, the way that I tell my teammates to play. When I have this thing where I'm like really good at like leadership in game. It's probably why I've been so successful. It's not a cocky thing. Don't say it's a cocky thing because it's not. I have been successful. You cannot deny that. And it's one of those things where like in game, I like help my team. I kind of coach them a little bit. I'm not teaching them how to play because that'd be stupid. They're amazing players. They don't need to know how to play. But the thing is, I keep them like focused in the game. I keep them focused on the objectives that need to be, pushed, stuff like that. And we'd always have those like little mix-ups where I'd say, don't push this, and still go ahead and push it. It's just like those are the 50-50 plays that I'm talking about. You can't play 50-50 and be consistent. Sometimes it might work, sometimes it might not. Sometimes it'll cost you a game, sometimes it'll win you a game. But you can't do that. You don't want to play that way. That's not how you play Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a game of chance, a game of risk. It's a game of timing. The better the chances you take, the better your team's going to do. The more risky the chances you take, if you take more risky chances, it could go either way. Like, you don't want that, though. You don't want a game that could go either way. You want to win by better margins. And if you want to win by better margins, you got to take better chances. I spit some damn knowledge. But anyways, so, I mean, we decided to pick up Adam. And, it is what it is. I hope Embo's honestly finds an amazing team that fits him because he's an amazing player. And when he does go off, I mean, he can absolutely go off on tears. But we felt like Adam was a better addition to our team. And, I'm going to miss team with you, Bose. I hope you watch this video. You're an amazing teammate. You're a great friend. I hope that doesn't change. I mean, you're funny as hell, dude. I'm going to miss, like, hanging out with you guys. Or not with you guys, but with you. Because, honestly, it's a great time, dude. You're a hilarious guy. You're a great player. And I wish you nothing but the best because you honestly deserve to be on a successful team. And, you're a good guy, dude. Like, that's all I really have to say. Hope you didn't take any of that to heart. I will see you around, dude. And good luck in your future and your career. You deserve the best. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you with the rest of this gameplay. If you like this video, give it a like. If you didn't like this video, well, it is what it is. I'm sorry I couldn't please you guys. Anyways, have a nice day. And I hope that you guys still continue to support myself and UNiTE Gaming in the future. So, I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay. 10 seconds or so. Peace.
never a doubt.